Hello students, how are you? I hope you are ready with the answers. That's good. Check your answers and do the corrections if you have any mistakes. Today you can also find answers for the follow-up activity, Unit 5 articles. You have learnt about nouns and verbs in detail. It is high time to learn the basic grammar rules of English sentence structure. Shall we? What is a sentence? A sentence gives you a complete meaning. Every sentence needs a verb. Look at these sentences. Each sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. Kalpana Chawla holds an award. How do we appreciate her? We give a standing ovation or bless her or shake hands. If I say clap, you will all clap hands. Clap is itself a complete sentence. Let us learn about the sentence in 3 levels. Beginners must know the 2 parts of the sentence. Students up to class 8 should learn the kinds of sentence. Students at the higher level should understand the basic types of structure. A complete sentence has 2 parts. Subject is the naming part and predicate tells about the subject. What did Mary have? Mary had a lamb. Identify the verb and divide the sentence into 2. The verb is the first word of the predicate part. Do you understand now? Have you heard about the lamb? It's a young one of the sheep. The word fleece means the woolly part of the sheep or goat. Listen to this nursery rhyme. Let me sing. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see the lamb at school, to see the lamb at school. Children, you also sing and enjoy the song. Shall we pass on to the kinds of sentence? There are 4 kinds. The first one is declarative, second imperative, the third one is interrogative, and the last one is exclamatory sentence. A declarative sentence is nothing but a statement which we commonly use in everyday life. The other names are assertive sentence, affirmative or positive sentence, or negative sentence. These affirmative sentences tell you about the Indian Carnatic singer M.S. Subbulakshmi. If I say M.S. Subbulakshmi was not a pop singer, she did not play the guitar, it becomes a negative sentence. Imperative sentences are nothing but command, advice or request. Subject is missing here. I would like to quote an event from the master blaster Sachin Tendulkar's life, since more imperative sentence could be framed here. Once he stayed at Taj Hotel during his test series. He asked a waiter for a cup of coffee. The waiter requested his permission to discuss something with him on cricket. Sachin said, "Please go ahead." The waiter said that whenever he wears the elbow guard, the bat swing changes, which he had figured it out by rewinding 5 or 7 times. Sachin was shocked since he had not spoken to anyone about that. After this incident, Sachin redesigned his arm guard according to his size and width. Questions are called interrogative sentence. 2 types of questions are discussed here. The first one is yes or no question and the other one is WH question. How to frame questions? 2 rules are given here. Rule number 1. Verb plus subject, auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. That is yes or no question. For WH question word plus verb plus subject and question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. Do you understand the rules? Let us see now. Am I? Yes, I am. Does he? No, he doesn't. Have they? Yes, they have. Will she come? Yes, she will. Or no, she will not come. Who am I? I am a teacher. When does he write? He writes in the morning. What do they have? They have a car. Where will she come? She will come to my house. Yes or no questions can be said as closed questions. We don't expect for any details, but we just make a check or confirmation. The intonation is important here. The arrow mark shows you a rising intonation. Let us try now. Are they happy? Yes, they are happy. Have you ever been to theme park? Yes, I have been. Some others may say, no, I haven't. Primary and modal auxiliaries take question forms, but main verbs like take, shoot will take do, does, did to ask questions. Pay close attention to subject and verb agreement. For example, in question number 3 and 4, you takes do and he takes does as its question form. VGP, Kishkinda, MGM are all amusement parks in Chennai. It is a fun to enjoy water rides, water cascades, indoor games, green space, etc. WH questions are 8 in number and H refers to question how. The arrow mark shows you the following intonation. WH questions can be said as open questions since we expect some information. Who, whom, whose are taken together since they refer to the person in subjective case, objective case or possessive case. If you want to know the place, ask where. Where do you live? I live in Agra. Where is your niece? She is in Delhi. To know the time, ask when. To know the choice, ask which. Which color do you like? Green or red? If you want to know the manner, ask how. How did she dance? She danced gracefully. Framing questions is a good skill. Here I have taught you to ask 15 types of questions using one question word where. This will help you to practice framing more and more questions. It will also help you to improve your spoken English and dialogue writing. How old, how long, at what time are called question phrases. The question how many is used for a countable noun. How many shrines are there in Bragadishwara temple? 2 bigger shrines for Lord Shiva and Lord Muruga, and more small shrines for other gods and goddesses. The question how much is probed to know about the price or weight. How long refers to the duration. How far is asked to know about the distance. Learn the difference and use them correctly. The fourth kind of sentence is exclamatory sentence. The way we express our strong feelings or sad emotions are called exclamatory sentence. Remember to use an exclamatory mark. How lovely! What a beautiful flower! What a charming dahlia it is! Wow, the petals are very pretty. Alas, the stem had broken. Let us pass on with the sentence pattern. What are the common elements of English sentence structure? S subject, V verb, O object, etc. A can be marked for an adverb or adverbial phrase or adverbial clause. I have listed out 8 basic sentence patterns with easy and simple examples. You can use this like a formula to identify the sentence pattern. SV, birds fly. Birds fly in the sky. Birds fly in V shape. Birds fly together are all SVA pattern. In V shape modifies the verb fly. Object answers to the question what. I ate what? I ate oranges. SVO pattern. When did I eat oranges? I ate oranges yesterday. SVOA. He gave to whom? He gave what? He gave me a doll. It is SVIODO. I am Mrs. SP Vadli. This photo is mine. I am your English teacher. I am dedicated and hardworking. Are examples of SVC. C is an essential part. It completes the sentence I am. We made Obama captain. The word captain refers Obama. Therefore, it is object complement. Open the door, be quiet are imperative sentence where the subject you is implied. Here are the tips to identify the elements of basic sentence structures. There are some more advanced sentence structures like simple, complex and compound sentences which will be taught later. Let me help you to identify the sentence pattern. At the first step, identify the verbs. All the highlighted words are verbs. The subject is almost placed before the verb except in sentence 4. I hope you have found the subject now. Do you find easy? One of those pictures is a noun phrase. You and I is a compound subject. The words like here, there, this, that are marked as subject. Let me discuss the difference between complement and object and adverb. C is an essential part of the sentence. Object answers to the question what, whereas A gives additional information. Subject and complement are same. For example, due to overwatering, the leaves turn yellow. I can say the leaves are yellow. Remember, be verbs follow the complement. It is subject complement. Subject and object are different. The word turn in sentence 5 takes an object. We can change the voice. The box was turned upside down. Practice exercise 2. However lengthy the sentence may be, don't become upset or give up the efforts. It is quite easy. Go step by step. Find out the verbs first next to the subject. Then identify the third element C, O or A. Look at the sentence 10. My friend Kirti is subject. Gave is verb. What did she give? A gift. Direct object. To whom did she give? To me. Indirect object. On my birthday is an additional information. It is A. Let us learn object complement. Look at the sentence 14. My mother named me Swati. Me and Swati are same. Without Swati, the sentence is not complete. Therefore, it is object complement. The last one is a complex sentence. When I was offered the job is an adverbial clause. I felt very happy is SVC. Therefore, ASVC. We can also say I was very happy. Thank you for listening. It's your turn now. Do the follow-up activity without fail. Dear students, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box. Kindly share and subscribe. Thank you.